SmittyOne.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Take a lap.
What is going on, good people? We're here for a short version of the Fantasy Football Show. Your boy Smitty has a couple things that I have to take care of behind the scenes for the show. I'll almost always never leave you hanging, but if I ever have to cut something short, I'll make sure to show up and at least let you know. So this will be a short little news edition, 20 minutes left in the show, and then we will call it a short one today. But don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll go live tonight. We'll definitely go live a couple times this week to do mock drafts, maybe a best ball draft. And if you have not yet done so, get on over to SmittyOne.com and get on over to SmittyOne.com and click on this underdog banner that's sitting right there at SmittyOne.com. And if you sign up under a new account and drop a minimum $10 deposit into a new underdog fantasy account, your boy Smitty's going to give you a 10-minute phone call. You can use it now. You can use it before your draft. Get on over to SmittyOne.com and click on that. The link's always in the description, so I'll put that there as well, and I'll pin it in the comments. So make sure you do that. First in the building today was Tariq. What's up, Tariq? Nice job. Vamp was second. Swaggy, James, Spacula, Devin, Emil, Philip, Matt, Jeremy. I could go on and on and on and on and on. Appreciate all you being here, even Cliff. Every one of you, hit that thumbs up on your way in the door. Not a ton of crazy news. We'll get the voicemails, I think, pretty quickly. And if you've got any questions, obviously ask me in the chat and I'll pull it over on the screen. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Swaggy, Vamp, Buffoon's in the house, Terry Roberts in the house, Joel, Who Dat Dude is in here. Appreciate that, Jeff. DG3, you guys rock. My notification gang is on point. You guys are on point. Hit that thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. No real news other than what I told you yesterday would probably come out today. And that news would be that your boy Smitty said it. He said you will probably see something come out that says A.J. Brown's not going to be traded. Of the potential trades coming downstream here, the DK Metcalf, the Tyler Lockett, the A.J. Brown, I said of the three, the most likely to get shot down very quickly would be the A.J. Brown. Because when you think about it logically, the Titans don't have the same situation as the Seahawks. The Seahawks are blowing things up. They don't even have Russell Wilson. They don't even have a passer. Yeah, they might have something planned, but it might not work out because they're running out of options. They may not get the right quarterback falling in the draft. Maybe they're trying to trade for Baker. That's a mistake. Baker, letter maker. Not going to work out. So Seattle's blowing things up in a bad way. Not responsible. It's horrible. They're doing a bad job of managing this offseason. Instead of getting rid of Carroll, they go ahead and keep Carroll and get rid of Russell Wilson without any kind of solid, logical backup plan. I got a couple DMs yesterday. People, I guess Seattle fans flipping out saying, Smitty, they've got a plan. Just watch. Whoa, I'm waiting. I don't see anything. DK Metcalf's wasting away there in Seattle. And you know what? It's a little bit risky, but it might be kind of a nice little crafty move to go ahead and trade for DK Metcalf in a dynasty league, because maybe he ends up in Kansas City. Maybe he ends up in a nice prime location where he can pull in footballs like Green Bay. I mean, who knows? This offseason's taught us one thing. We don't know what's going to really happen. We think we do based on historical data and things from the past, but guess what? This is a different NFL, a different type of offseason, and a guy like DK could end up in KC. A guy like DK could end up in a Charger unit. Can you imagine my boy Herbert throwing to DK Metcalf? Can we get that done? Hey, DK's agent, this is Smitty. Can we send DK to Herbert so Herbert can unleash some goatness on this man? Please? Thank you. I've got to call in. Hopefully we'll hear news later. DK to KC, DK to Green Bay, DK somewhere. Definitely possible. Okay, so I don't want to hear, can't happen. I told you A.J. Brown probably would get shot down, and it did. It got shot down very quickly today because of what I said. This team, the Titans, isn't in the same situation as the blown-up Seattle Seahawks. The Titans have no real motivation to get rid of A.J. Brown, okay? Because this is the number 1 seed last year. I don't think they're going to repeat or be that good this year, but they don't know that. They don't know that. They think they're going to be as good. They think Derrick Henry's going to ball out 27 carries a game and stay healthy. We know he won't. We know the Titans won't be the same team. They can't compete with the teams that are these super teams being built all around them, but they think they can, and they're still competitive. They're still going to fight for a wild card spot. Will they win the division? I don't think so. Will they fight for a wild card spot? I absolutely believe they can fight for a wild card spot, but it's going to be tough sledding. I think ultimately the Colts win that AFC South. I think the Titans will fight for a wild card spot. I think they'll lose that battle pretty vigorously because you have, even if you just look at the AFC West and you look at KC, you look at the Raiders, you look at the Chargers, you look at the Broncos. One of those teams is obviously making the playoffs. They win the division. Let's call it the Chargers, okay? Because that's your boy Smitty's prediction. Then you got the Raiders, the Broncos, the Chiefs. All 3 of them fighting for those 3 remaining wildcard spots. The Colts win the division. The Titans, throw the Titans in there. Then the Bengals win the division. You could throw the Ravens in that fight. Let's say the Bills win their division in the East, the AFC East. Now you got the Patriots and Miami Dolphins. The Titans aren't grabbing that spot. It's possible, but they think they are, and they're not trading A.J. Brown. So I don't think A.J. Brown's going. I didn't think he was going, and I don't think he's going. I think DK Metcalf, Lockett, very, very probable players to be brought up and kicked around as tradable players for the Seattle Seahawks. They're blowing things up. I don't know why. I don't really care. It is in my Cardinals division, the Niners division. I'm okay with Seattle falling apart, but I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing what they're doing. Russell Wilson, DK, Lockett, they bring back Penny. They had a shot. They had a shot at being a competitive team. I don't know that they're grabbing a wild card spot either, but they had a shot. I mean, when you have Russell Wilson, you have a shot. I'm loving it. I'm not complaining. Russell Wilson in Denver gives our boy Javonte the kind of upside that could land him number 1 overall in 2022. I'm not saying draft Javonte number 1. I'm not saying not to draft him number 2 or 3, though. I don't care what people say. A lot of people see that we do that in our mock drafts and they think we're crazy. You know what? We got called crazy when we drafted Najee Harris 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 overall, didn't we? And we were correct. And when I say Najee 8, 9, 10, guess what I'm saying about Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker, whichever one lands in the most ideal of landing spots in the 2022 NFL draft. Guess what? Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, they're going in the 3rd and 4th round in redraft mock drafts right now. Your boy Smitty's telling you to mark my words. Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker, maybe both, but definitely one of them. Probably Breece Hall, given he's the more likely to land in the best spot running back in this draft class. But mark my words, Breece Hall will have very similar value to Najee Harris from 2021 come August. Mark my words. So 3rd and 4th round value in mock drafts, you won't sniff that in August 2022 drafts. If you're drafting in redraft, get ready to see Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker, probably Breece Hall, in the top of round 2. You're going to see him at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. A wide range. Depends who you're drafting with. But Breece Hall, who currently has 3rd or 4th round ADP value in redraft, is going to climb all the way to 15 at a minimum and 10, 11, 12 probably as a max. That's going to happen. And everybody's sitting here not taking advantage of this in best ball, where you could go to smitty1.com, click on the underdog banner, deposit $10 and get a free phone call with your boy Smitty and take advantage of this. But Breece Hall can be had in the 3rd round on the regular in best ball drafts right now, and no one's cleaning up on this or talking about it. He's going to be a top 10 to 15 overall pick, or Kenneth Walker lands in Buffalo. One of these two guys, probably both, will be very undervalued. One of them is going to be top 10 to 15. Come August, prepare for it. It's coming. DK Metcalf, final word on that. I don't know where he's going, but it does smell like DK Metcalf's getting traded. Or Lockett. One of the two's going. You don't blow this up, not get a quarterback, and then not continue to blow it up. Although nothing makes sense. What they're doing doesn't make sense. So who the heck really knows? You know what I'm saying? No one really knows. No one really knows what's going on in Seattle. And I don't want to hear over and over from people in DMs and comments, Smitty, they got a plan. Show me the plan. Jim.
I know a lot of people are excited about Brian Daboll being hired with the Giants, and coming from a Bills fan, I have a lot of experience with Daboll, so I know he's a great coach, but I still don't hear a lot of excitement around the Giants team or the offense as a whole. Is there anybody on the Giants offense that you would take a flyer on, or anybody worth drafting this year?
I'm not drafting Barkley. I'm not drafting. I mean, Kadarius Toney's got upside, but I'm not drafting him where a lot of people are drafting him. So I'm going to say I don't know. I don't think so. The offense, they won't move the football down the field. I like Daboll. Part of me thinks Daboll's going to bring in another quarterback. I don't think Daboll's too smart to believe that Danny Dimes really is his project. I think he'll bring in somebody else that he believes could actually take over. Ryan.
Schmitte.
Ryan.
What's going on?
What's up, Ryan?
I have a quick question about this group of tight ends. Which one of these tight ends would you prefer having in a fantasy redraft? Pat Freiermuth, Noah Fant, Kyle Pitts. Thanks.
Kyle Pitts by a mile, bro. Like by a mile. But I love Freiermuth a lot. But neither of these tight ends have the quarterback we wanted, right? If A-Rod had landed in Pittsburgh, Freiermuth top 5. And I think you would have seen people draft him like near 5-6. And it wouldn't have been a secret. You know, right now he's flying under the radar because you've got no real legitimate quarterback there. They may draft somebody and see how Trubisky can do. But Freiermuth is a sleeper. And he'll remain that way because his quarterback position was never really fully addressed the way we wanted it. It's good and bad because now Freiermuth remains a sleeper, but his upside could be capped. It may not be, but we get him at value. Pitts almost got Watson. Watson was on his way to Atlanta. He had an Atlanta jersey in a foosball table, crumbled up and shoved in a foosball table. You could see the Atlanta Falcons logo. And then he had the Browns jerseys laid out on the pool table in his Instagram photo. He literally, you could see the Falcons jersey, threw it over, shoved it in there, and then laid the Browns ones out. He was going to Atlanta. In Atlanta, Watson would have turned Pitts into a third-round monster. And people would have paid 3.2, 3.5 this year. Just like Freiermuth, no good quarterback landed. Everybody's dropping back. Now Pitts can be had in the 4th or 5th round and redraft. That's fantastic. Both of them have concerns of getting the right volume to match their skill. But I absolutely love Kyle Pitts. And no matter what happens in Dynasty, he's ranked number 1 overall out of all Dynasty tight ends. Freiermuth is still 5, 6, 7, somewhere around that range. So Pitts by a mile with Ryan. Take a lap for asking. But I appreciate you, and pat yourself on the back for being in a position where you might even have Pitts, bro. So pat yourself on the back while you take your lap.
Hey, Smitty.
Tariq.
Who are your top 5 to 6 tight ends in a redraft in 2022? Thanks, pal.
Top 5 to 6 tight ends. It looks like we're talking about the tight end position, which is kind of different and good. I mean, it's good to have some different content here. Let me rank my redraft tight ends in order for 2022 right now. I'm going to say number 1 is still Kelsey, of course, but don't be surprised if Kelsey misses some time here and there. It doesn't mean I rank him any lower. I'm just not quite sure. I like the idea of Tyreek Hill not being on roster. Everybody's acting like it's a good thing. Targets are going to be... He didn't need more targets. Travis Kelce was eating plenty. I'm so sick of hearing that this moves him into the round 1, 8 to 12 area. No, He's going to be focused on more by defenses. He's going to get double teamed. He's going to get hospital balls thrown to him on the regular by Mahomes, who doesn't have Tyreek Hill. Now, if DK Metcalf moves over to KC, that could change it and make Kelsey a gem in the middle of the second round to the end of the second round. But at no point, whether DK goes there, doesn't go there, whether Kelsey's the number one there, or Tyreek Hill got traded back. It doesn't matter the scenario you paint for me, the most unrealistic scenario. Kelsey was in a perfect position with Tyreek Hill on roster. There was plenty to go around. He was getting fed more than he could handle, and he wasn't the focal point of defenses. Now he's going to be the focal point. He's going to take harder hits. He's also getting up there in age. He was already going to be a concern for me to play a full season going forward. But he's still number one. Andrews, number two. Kyle Pitts, Waller, 3-4. Kittle, 3-4-5. You can put all three of those guys in a debate here. Pitts, Waller, Kittle. The real value to me is outside the top five. I'm not really going near any of those guys unless Kelsey fell to 24, 25 turn, which he's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because people are now going, I love him in the first round, Smitty. He's going to get more targets. He's not. And if he does, he'll get hurt. The value is at 6, 7, 8, 9. The value is at Dawson Knox at number 6. Schultz at number 7. Pat Freiermuth at number 8. Waller at 4, 5 if you can get him in the 4th or 5th round. And Albert O ranking at like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Some people don't even know who Albert O is because they can't pronounce his last name, and I even struggle with it. So we're just going to stick with Albert O. This Denver tight end is looking like he's primed to be wide receiver / tight end in this Denver offense. And guess who's throwing him the football? Rain-dropping Russell Wilson, dropping raindrop passes into the breadbasket, into the corner of the end zone, throwing these jump ball passes to Albert O, who's going to line up at wide receiver, out wide, and tight as tight end. He'll do it all. He'll probably rotate between the two. Wide receiver, tight end. Wide receiver, tight end. Albert O at 8, 9, 10 is a fantastic value for people that miss Knox, Schultz, Freiermuth, Albert O in that order. And Albert O needs to go later. He needs to go after guys like Hawkinson and probably Goddard. But I'm telling you, like, if you pass on Knox, Schultz, or Freiermuth or miss him, wait for Albert O. He should be taken around like tight end 10, 11, 12.
What's up, Smitty? What's your take on Fournette? I know I asked about him a couple times, but what do you think? You think I'm hearing rumors that Tampa Bay might be drafting a running back possibly in the second round, or maybe doing something of the sort? I don't know. I mean, he signed a 3-year, $21 million deal. You got Tom Brady there. Their defense is a mess, so I can't see them bringing in any other offensive talent. But what's your take on Fournette this year? Is he worth keeping and holding?
I like Fournette at the right value, but to be honest with you, I find him going a little higher than I'm comfortable with. Do I like him as a very high-end running back 3 or late running back 2? Yeah, but the problem is people are drafting him like a high-end running back 2. And I just like guys like ETN as much later. You know, like you don't have to draft ETN as high as Fournette, so I can grab ETN a couple rounds, maybe even later, and focus on a wide receiver where you're grabbing Fournette. Like, would I rather have DK and ETN or take Fournette and a lesser wide receiver down the way? It all depends on your approach and strategy. You might like Brandon Cooks a ton, and you might like Brandon Cooks more than I like DK, and that's fine. And preference is important here. I'd rather have ETN and DK than have Fournette and Cooks, but it's very arguable. It's almost apples to apples in a way. So it kind of depends on how you see Fournette and how you see guys like DK that would fall where Fournette would go. I just don't find myself drafting him in round 3. Would I take him at the end of round 4? Yeah, but will he be there? Probably not. Probably not. Voicemail group. If you guys want to get in the voicemail groups, DM me on Instagram. Voicemail is the first thing you say, and then tell me, hey, add me to the voicemail group, Smitty. We've got a brand new 25 spots open in the voicemail group if you want to get in. So we're going to have a total of 60 people cycling through all the time And then, of course, I'm going to go find random voice messages on Instagram as well. You can always leave me one. Just DM me and hold down the mic and leave me a voice message. They're harder to find when you're not in groups that I group together. But just DM me if you want to be in the group, and we'll put you in. Kevin.
Got a big curiosity.
Get it, David. Get it, David.
Curiosity in regards to DK Metcalf and what you think in regards to
Hockey?
my man DK ending up
Get David.
the gunslinger. What are your thoughts?
I'm sorry. I was focused on David.
My man DK ending up somewhere with a gunslinger.
Not somewhere with a gunslinger. So DK's been a hot topic lately. Get it, David. It's been a hot topic lately. DK Metcalf, if he doesn't get a quarterback upgrade, is still a high-end wide receiver too, and you can buy him there. So the risk is fully baked in. Kind of like David's hockey skills, just baked in. So I like DK regardless. I'm buying him because, I mean, dude, what if he gets traded? And if he doesn't, you're getting him at the value that has very baked in value. I think it was hockey Ball's life. It sounded like hockey. It sounded like David was dropping fire. Yeah, show's ending in and really a couple minutes here just tonight, but doesn't mean I won't go live later tonight. I had to end it here for a couple different meetings that I have that I can't move, that are for the show and different things that I got to do. So I definitely want to always come on here and tell you guys that I'm not going to just leave you hanging and not go live. But yeah, we're going to do a short show today, but that doesn't mean I won't be back later tonight. So we may mock drop tonight. Any other questions from my voicemail groups? I don't think we have anything here, but yeah. All right, guys. Well, hit me with some questions in the chat real quick, and let's hit these. Will Smith, that subscribe button. Will Smith, that like button. Pulverize it. Thank you, Spacula. Love me Woods, tight end rookie, says Terry. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Vamp. Mock drafts, maybe tonight. We'll have to see. No Alberto. Why not, Terry? Why don't you like Alberto? Bucks said they're going to run a lot more this year. They could. I don't think everybody's, really going to tell you what their plan of attack is either, though. You know what I'm saying? BFH is with me on the Kelsey take. DK worth way more, says Matt. Saquon for DK. No, I don't want that. Number one, it takes Penny off the board. Unless you're talking about fantasy. If you're talking about fantasy, I don't know if you're talking about NFL. Fantasy trade, I'd rather have DK. DK to Cleveland, someone said. I mean, we'll see, man. Anything's possible. DK to Cleveland, DK to KC, DK to... there's a lot of places he could go. What's up, Jack? Bears are going to run this year. Grab Monty. I like Monty's value. Hey, Smitty, we're thinking about Judy Dillon 2.4 and 2.8 for the 1.1 in Dynasty. Judy Dillon 2. Yes, I take it. Take the 1.1. Go get the 1.1. It's worth so much. It'll be worth so much. I'm telling you, Breece Hall in redrafts climbing to 15, up to maybe even 8 or 9 overall. Just wait for it. And if he doesn't, then he's going to be a steal. If he doesn't, I'm going to absolutely love if he doesn't. Voice message from Kevin.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, asking for a friend, Dynasty trade.
Sure.
They want to know, would you rather have DK Metcalf or the rookie 1.4 and Matt Ryan? Thanks, buddy.
In a super flex, was it?
Hey, what's up? They want to know trade.
If it's a super flex, I mean, it's tempting, but if it's super flexing, you need a quarterback. Ryan in the 1.4 is not bad. If it's a 1 QB league and Ryan's not even your starter, or you have Hurts or something, you don't really need Ryan or whatever, give me DK. The 1.4, you're not getting the top running back. You're not getting the second best running back. You're not getting the top wide receiver. You'll be lucky if you get the third best wide receiver at that point or third best running back. I'd rather have DK. I feel like the value is a little bit better there. Terry, I don't see your voice message. All right, everyone. Appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button if you're new.
Hit that subscribe button if you're new and wipe your feet at the door.
We are live every Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. unless there's an emergency like today where we're calling it about 25 minutes short. I'm sorry. I apologize. But definitely punch the subscribe button if you're new. You found your new home. Monday through Friday, I'm here live. And then we do emergency live streams at least a couple times a week. We do late night mock draft live streams, and then I upload videos. I'm essentially putting out, my goal is to, I go live Monday through Friday. And then my goal is to put out 3, 4, 5 post-production videos per week, go live 2 or 3 more times per week. It's literally, if you don't see 450 videos from me, basically at least 1 to 2 per day on this channel, then there's something wrong. Check on your boy Smitty, see if I'm okay, because I'm literally dropping at least 1 video a day here on YouTube, because that's how I roll. Subscribe and leave a comment. I'll answer every comment you throw.